Hello everyone, let's have a quick look at the charts. So Bitcoin is continuing to make higher highs and there's also a higher low here. So I'm now looking at the daily fair value gap that has been created down here between 27,300 and 27,000, give or take. Two of my buy orders already have filled. The add-on orders I had positioned between 27.5 and 27k. The middle range order was at 27.3, so the two higher orders filled. I'm now looking forwards to get my 27k order filled and then to see Bitcoin move up to make a new higher high at around 28.9k. If support doesn't hold in this fair value gap, we will probably just come back down to 26,200. Not something I would like to see for the bullish sentiment to continue. I think we are gonna get a weakish 5 ways up, and then maybe an A, B, C, and then another 5 ways up towards 31k. But that may take about a month or so if no news drive the price in any direction. Let's have a look at the stock market. So the S&P broke the key retracement level of 61.8%, bearish retest, and now is heading towards the 50% retracement level at 4,156. We already had mentioned the possibility for this, so now I'm just in waiting mode. I may enter a short on lower time frames, or especially if SPX pushes back up into this gap here, maybe I will take a short position, and the target is the 50% retracement level. If it just drops to the 50% retracement level without any bounce, then I will not touch it and just watch for the reaction around here. The Nasdaq is still strong. I will clean this up a little bit, but it is making a lower high and here now a lower low. So even though it's still within the key retracement range, I think the bottom here will be definitely revisited, and either SPX and the Dow, which I will come to next, break back into the key retracement levels, or the Nasdaq is going to follow towards the 50% retracement level at 13,600. Dow already is following the S&P 500, so breakdown, bearish retest. It's almost at the 50% retracement level of 32,800. So we will be seeing what the reactions around there will be soon. The Nasdaq, I think, will maybe swiftly catch up with the S&P 500 and Dow. So I'm mostly interested in the Nasdaq making another low or lose the 61.8% retracement level here, and then I may look for a short on the lower time frames and then target the 50% retracement level. Let's have a look at some altcoins. So ETH is back at the infamous $1,626 level after failing to break and flip $1,745. So if it holds here and Bitcoin holds the daily fair value gap, I think the next move of ETH will be first of all above 1,745. Take out all the buy side liquidity, the stops of the shorters, and little pullback, and then head towards 1,824, and that would probably be around when Bitcoin is at 31,000, give or take. If the 1,600, 226 level does not hold support, I do think we will then finally see 1,475 being visited, and the low of 1530 rated. So I'm watching the 1626 level once again, and at the same time Bitcoin, as you know, I don't have any exposure to ETH except my spot bag, so I'm not really following up on the price too much. APE, so it has failed at breaking and flipping the 128 level we had marked. Now harsh rejection, even under the daily fair value gap that had been created here on the move to the upside. So today's candle close will be crucial, I want to say. If it can close like above the 50% level of the fair value gap, APE may still be safe. Otherwise, I think it's about time that we raid the $1 level relatively soon. We still have this pivotal swing low here at $1.06, but I think it will not hold, or it will get raided, and then the $1 level will probably get raided at the same time. So I have I got myself an alert at the $1 area. Let me reactivate the 128 alert 2, and whichever triggers first, then I will look at the chart again. BNB, so BNB is still consolidating beneath $220. We had a little tap into the liquidity above the level, but since then we rejected, and the last 3 days have been red. So let me put price channel here. So the alert again at 220 reset, and then $206. So I'm particularly keen on the sell side liquidity under $206 to get rated. That could look like this, and then move back towards the upside of the channel, then maybe finally break it and move further up. So I would be interested in looking for longs here, or like the S&P and the Dow. If it rejects after breaking down, then I will finally have a chance to look for a short towards 182 or $3, give or take. So my alerts are set. Let me remove this one for BNB. I hope it will just raid the liquidity and then continue moving to the upward upside, because that would mean that Bitcoin and everything else also moves up. Link. So after the raid of the resting liquidity above here, we have a energetic pullback right into the inverted fair value gap here. Reaction so far is right where I was thinking it would be, and I think if we can get a bounce from here, $8.46 to $8.80 is next. However, it does depend on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin finds support in its current fair value gap, as I have been saying several times, I think Link can also move up from here. I still have my orders down here in the system. I didn't put any add-on orders for Link into this area for now. I still want to see what Bitcoin does before I expose myself too much again to altcoins. Solana has surprised me a little bit. So the crashing structure got invalidated here. It broke back above everything, all the resistances we had marked. So now within this fair value gap, maybe even the $21 level. If we can see support being created. Let me just clean up this chart a little bit here. People who are bullish on Solana may want to consider longing between 2280 and 2180. I usually favor at least a 50% level of the fair value gaps, so around 22.3 to $21.8 would be somewhere where one can consider a long. I will not be doing that, since I am mainly interested in Bitcoin at the moment still. And the stop, I mean, there's a fair value gap here, there's a fair value gap here. It is kind of tricky, but if you're gonna play the bullish, the most bullish scenario, the stop can be placed under the candle that is creating the fair value gap, so under here. That would be at around $20, and if price drops all the way back to $20, under $21 especially, I think we will see some more consolidation. For now, the bullish scenario is this, but I'm not going to touch Solana for now. Lastly, XRP. There was some news this morning in the Ripple versus or the SEC versus Ripple case, which gave us a little pump, and since then price relatively fast calmed down again, but the news broke I think while the markets in London and New York were closed, so we could still see an additional reaction. Let me clean this up a little bit here. Once those markets open, so we are in a range. You can, yeah, I mean, if we use the maximum number of touches, I think placing the channel like this makes sense here. So here we got the liquidity rate, the stop rate, then here the reclaim, and now we are at the range high. So it's normal that the market is bullish, and the news just pumped it right to the range high. They'd rejected again. So once 55 cents, 56 cents, even better 57.36, because it's where the fair value gap ends. So a candle close above $57.3 could lead to more upside. And sorry, that was my guinea pig in the background. Then some targets of liquidity at around 66, 73 cents, and the previous highs of 85 and 94 cents can be looked at again. But we are still in the range, so until we break out and actually get confirmation that it's flipped and we are moving towards the upper levels, there is nothing really to get excited about. And we could definitely see some liquidity grab to the upside, just like we saw here, to the downside, then break back into the channel and just keep ranging for a few more weeks or months, depending on how much time the case will take. All right, that's it for today. Talk again on Friday.